guys, now that we've reviewed light and form, let's work on our first practice painting. This is just a practice warm-up and to get you used to using your lights and your darks again. So if we're doing this from home or even in school this year, we're going to do it on heavy watercolor paper instead of canvas. And you're going to get it wet with the paint, so the first thing you're going to want to do is tape it down. So any tape you've got at home, masking tape, scotch tape, tape down all four corners, roll your tape in a little roll, like this, stick it behind it, because it's going to curl up and tick you off. So I'm going to do that real fast. Doesn't have to be neat, just hide it behind the paper. Stick the paper down. You can use any tape, duct tape, masking tape, electrical tape, I don't care, whatever you got at home. Okay, so now, one thing that's different this year than what we did last year is we're going to start with a neutral ground. So for this exercise, we're going to start with a neutral gray. So if you remember when we did our value scale from white to black, you're going to paint your background paper kind of that middle gray. So it doesn't have to be super neat, because we're going for impressionist style. Remember we talked about Monet in the beginning of this lesson. So just get your paper covered. You don't have to be super neat about it. You can even grab a wet paper towel and rub the paint all over the canvas, the paper. All right, so get it all gray. Do that fast. And I like this brushy, look, this, impressionist, where you can see the brush strokes. It's a painting, not a photograph, so you're allowed to show the process. Remember when we draw, and I don't want you to smudge your pencil because I want to see the pencil marks. It's a drawing, not a photograph. This is a painting, not a photograph. I'm going to say that over and over throughout this unit. Okay, so I've got my background a neutral gray. So if this is on a scale of 1 to 10 from light to dark, this is probably 4. All right, so I've got that down. Now I'm going to determine my light source. Which direction is the light coming from? Remember we talk about that in our drop and draws. We talk about that all the time. So I'm going to say my light is coming from this way. So the sun or a light bulb is coming from my upper left. So for this exercise, we're going to do a simple sphere. A sphere is what? A basic shape. One of Picasso's basic shapes. What he said, everything in the world can be defined in art by the cone, the cylinder, the sphere, the cube, and the pyramid, right? All 5. So we're going to do a sphere. So I'm going to start with just a circle. A two-dimensional sphere in the middle of the paper. And I'm going to give it a plane, a surface plane that it's sitting on. Okay, so a sphere and the tabletop. If the light is coming from this way, the first thing I'm going to do is decide, okay, here's a shadow. Shadow's on that side, the opposite side, right? Now, I'm going to work very dramatically. We're going for dramatic lighting through this whole process. So I'm going to put the super dark on the dark side of the sphere. So a big dark shadow. Then, what we haven't done before is we're going to overemphasize that. So on the opposite side, where you're going to put the white on the sphere, you're also in the background going to put a very dark. So I'm going to, on the wall behind the sphere, I'm going to paint a black shadow. Okay, wash out my brush. Now I'm going to add the dramatic highlights. And they're going to be what? White. So I'm going to grab the white, and I'm going to fill this side of the sphere with white. And guess what? I'm going to take the white, and I'm going to go over on the wall of the dark side of the sphere. And I'm going to make it white. Then we're going to just blend this out. We're going to go white out, start making it gray. Remember, it's a painting. I'm going to blend this all the way out until it's really dark out here. Heat that up a little bit. I'm going to work in here, get some neutrals in the sphere. Bring that gray over, throw in a little more white on the highlight side. Okay, work up here where the light source is. Start white and really bright in the corner. Work my way down, start adding a little gray. Work into that black that's near the sphere. All I'm worried about is getting the values where they should be. I am not worried about this being a gorgeous, perfectly smooth ball. Like I said, it's impressionist. I want to see your brush strokes. All right. Now, I'm going to overemphasize that shadow. I think I want to curve it. I want to bring this around. Darken this side a little bit. Change that shadow. All right, and that's it. I'll bring my camera in. Ta-da! You see it? Nope. There we go. So, dramatic lights and darks, high contrast, obvious brush strokes. Love ya. See you later.